Hi, this is Connie Cleveland teaching my Labrador Retriever Nathan how much fun it is to run into heel position. I begin with him on a bed and call him into heel position from behind me. I put the treat in between my thumb and finger and use my last three fingers to push against the side of his face, similarly to the way that I did it when I was teaching him to pivot on the forehand. Now notice that every time I use the conditioned reinforcer, he gets his treat. Sometimes I send him back to the bed and I simply praise him. I don't use a conditioned reinforcer. If I praise him, I don't owe him a treat. Once Nate will come into heel position from behind me, I turn 90 degrees to the bed. So now he has to come into heel position and pivot on the forehand. Again, I use the treat between my thumb and my finger and my last three fingers against the side of his face to help him turn. Watch again as I'm consistent. If I mark going to the bed or getting into heel position with the word yes, he earns the treat. If I simply praise him, I don't feel obligated to give him a treat. The next step is that instead of putting the treat in between my fingers, I point to heel position. I'm just going to use my index finger and point to the seam of my pants, and when he gets into heel position, I mark it and then give him the treat. Now I took the bed away, so now we're going to play the same game, basically from a sit-stay. First, he comes up from behind me. Sometimes there's a treat in my hand, sometimes I'm just pointing to heel position. I'm consistent. Every time I mark it, he earns a treat. If I praise him, I don't feel obligated to give him the treat. I'm going to try to do this from an assortment of angles. I want him to get good at coming into heel position and then getting straight beside me. Finally, I face Nate and have him come into heel position from in front of me. I have him come directly sideways into heel position. I'm doing harder maneuvers with him. And I'm pointing every time and then choosing whether to reward him based on whether I've used my conditioned reinforcer.